Good morning, Italian Nice Family. Hope everybody's doing well, having a great holiday season so far. So I did have a fantastic Italian Nice season. I told everybody about record breaking, made a lot of money, a lot of good profits here. Fantastic. But I also made a lot of mistakes along the way as well. I want to be sure to everybody things that I did wrong, so you guys can learn from what I did. And build on your own businesses and not make the same mistakes. Why reinvent the wheel over and over again is crazy. So there are three parts to this that I messed up this year. Part one would be about when I tried to do some paid advertising for spots on the radio to be played, and as well on Facebook and Twitter are their pages as well. So part one, advertising, radio, doing the most. I was trying. All right. So I decided this year to go ahead and try and do some paid advertising and kind of spread some money around and try to do something different than what I've done in the past. I've had really good attendance at all my events, as you know. With good weather pending. Been a great time, but I wanted to level up and do more than that. So I asked around people here and there, and I found one guy who actually owns his own station, for radio station in the area, and had a bunch of followers on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I heard his station as well sounded pretty good by default. I never ever played the radio. It didn't go down, but whatever. So I decided to give him a shot. Now, to be fair, I did look at other spots as well, stations as well in the area that are more well known, things like that. And the price point, I wasn't ready for that just as yet because about $2,000 for the kind that I wanted for the spots that I wanted. I'm going big, but whatever. So okay, I go ahead and call this person up who actually owned this station. And I say, hey, I'm hearing good things about you and your station. Sounds good, looks good. Online presence is fantastic. I wanted to start pumping up my events as well on air with you, see how we're going. He says, okay, what you had to spend? I said between $500 to $1,000. He said, $500 is fine. That'd be great right there. I got it. Here's the spots you can run for a whole month. Here's time frame they're gonna run. I'll also add in for you more spots. Put it on my page on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram as well for you for free. And I'll give you a host for the event for an hour free of charge. Man, good God Almighty! I'm like, that sounds great, but hold on. I don't want any of that. I want to only get what I pay for. That way, if I'm helping back in, no harm, no foul. No, I got you. Don't worry about it. Your customer, your first time doing it. I know we'll do more events in the future. This is the building blocks. Let me go ahead and try and do right by you. All right, fine, cool. No worries at all. Sounds good to go. Good for me. Free host for an hour. Come on, man. Advertising on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Great. Free chart. Wow. Cool with that. As well, get it going. No problem there. So phase one comes around and ask for the time frame everything's going to run. Like I said the ad's going to run for a month prior to the event starting, which was in May of last year. It's going to announce both events on a 1 minute spot and also one that's also a half-minute spot. That way that's standing in the industry. So cool. All right. And then say what time should the host be there? So the host should be there between 2 and 3. Because events run from one day from 1 to 5, should have 1 to 5. And I had hope for that event. I have the first hour would be the DJ playing by himself, doing his thing. Then from 2 to 3 would be the host and DJ. Announce what's going on. The vendors are there. They're in place for sure now. The crowd's having a good time. Get everybody pumped up. And then from 3 to 5 would be the band that I have performed for 2 hours straight on the back end. That way, I had a host announce the band. Boom, boom. Everything goes smooth. That's the time frame. All right, sounds good. So he went ahead and sent me a copy of the ad that he wanted to run for previewing. And the ad sounded great. They announced a Sugar Rush. They announced Taste of Soul and Sea. Remember the back-to-back days, Saturday and Sunday. And one downtown Rice City Plaza, one in the park in Durham. Looks all good. But the back end of the ads, he had the time frames wrong. He had them both being on Sunday from 1 to 5. That's not right. Kick it back to him. Hey, listen, the ad sounds great, but the back end is wrong and correct with the location, time frame is wrong. Change that and we'll be good to go. Okay, got you. Got notes down, no problem. I get it down for you. Boom, boom, straight. Problem number one. I did not force the issue of hearing that ad played again for on the air. That's my fault. I didn't make time. I was too busy doing events and running around organizing, coordinating, doing my ice business. I didn't make time to hear that final ad for it ran. I trusted this person, who owned their own business to run it, to make the change that he said was going to make this onto the ad and it'd be good to go. So it's half and half. In the day, it's my money, my business. I got to be responsible for not checking it on the back end. So then the ad started to run. I didn't hear them at all because I heard the preview and I thought that sounds good. So it runs whatever. I don't care about that. I hardly ever play the radio. My fault again. Not checking back my stuff. I started getting phone calls. Jay, I'm hearing about hearing about these events coming up, and it sound like yours, but it's not really yours, and the date wrong. I thought that Taste of Soul gonna be in Durham from 3 to 8. This ass has Sunday from 1 to 5. I'm confused now. I'm thinking that maybe one person who is hard of hearing, slow, whatever you want to say about them, they're playing reindeer games, right? Again, I'm being too busy to be listening to what's going on. I get another phone call. Same thing. Heard the ad. Somebody trying to bootleg the stuff. It sounds like it, but it's not yours. I'm dating on Sunday. About going to be on Saturday. I'm confused now. What's going on? Getting hit on email about the same thing going on. So I finally pull up the ad spots, the time they're going to run. And I go ahead and hop online, on the radio station, pull it up, and wait to hear the ads. Hit the ad come on. I'm excited. It sounds good, boom, boom, boom. And it gets to the end. And that part that said would need to be changed had not been changed. See? So now I'm not sure how many people have been reached by this ad on radio station, and they're hearing it on the web as well, online as well, about this thing being completely wrong. And now how many people are being confused about when that time of my event is. That's crucial, right? It's very crucial to have the details right at the event to avoid dumb conversations, So I called a person up, the owner of the company up, said, hey, I heard the ads. They're wrong. People are calling me, confused about the time they're wrong. You say make the change, make the change. Oh, my bad. So what? I'll do it now. I'll go chop it up now, get it squared away. But how long was that ad running? That's my fault again for not checking. It's running for about a week or so, right? Remember, it's leading up to the event, so it's month away. So run for 4 weeks straight. Week 1 is washed now. My fault for not checking it. See, it's on me. I own it. And their fault on their side, not doing right when I told them what changed anyway. All right. Jay did that. Okay, fine. He made a change where actually his called the back end part was wrong, left it as is, as what it was. That was fine because it listed each time location initially in the beginning, which was perfect. So whatever. So got that part fixed. I'm a little bit mad, but I'm thinking, okay, that's my fault. I'm giving us the benefit of the doubt. Stop doing that. There's no benefit of the doubt. You're paying for a service. I want it done right. I don't care what you say. Call me mean, call me hard, call me strict. If I'm paying for something, I want what I'm paying for. Point blank and period. I don't care about you had a bad day, you forgot. It's crap. Okay, but anyway. So it comes time for my event. We have first I have Taste Holding C comes up on a Saturday. Cool. I'm not involved with that, no host on that day, so that goes flawless. It was a fantastic event. All top people had a great time. It was wonderful. I loved it. And that was Saturday. Now Sunday, Sugar Rush downtown Raleigh. My wife hated it because doing back-to-back events, days of organizing, fashion plays, it's very stressful on me. She knows that. She's concerned about me. I understand. I got you. But anyway, whatever. So Sugar Rush comes up on Sunday, City Plaza, downtown Raleigh. That morning, as you know, it's always chaos, trying to get the trucks in place, getting the vendors in place, who goes where, who's trying to show up late, yada yada, what's going on, get everything squared away. But it's very hectic the mornings of events until the events actually start. So DJ's there, he starts playing at 1 o'clock. I'm running around, making everything nice and tight, and it's looking good, but having a good time, putting out more fires. Had a truck arrive late, and had to tell them you can't come in because you're too late. It's your fault, But whatever. So I finally calmed down, I looked down at my clock, and it's about 2:15. And I go up by DJ and I said, hey, have you seen the host come by to be with you? He said, no, I haven't seen him come by at all. Just been me the whole time, and the band set up in the background. So I'm like, wait a minute, maybe she got some drinks. Say, hey, the whole time, having anybody? Nope. So I go back again, call the owner of the radio station. Hey, the host said he's gonna be here, isn't here. I haven't seen anybody come through yet, so I'm not sure what's going on with it, but they're gonna be here. Boom, boom. He said, okay, I'm gonna call the person up now. Flight number 2, go back to it once again. If you say you're gonna be there, you're gonna do something. I shouldn't have to call and chase you around to get your stuff straight. I need whatever you say you're gonna do it, I'm paying you to do, that you actually get it done without me having to call to you, baby you, and reinforce you to piss me off to the highest festivity. But whatever. So he calls the host and he called him back and said, yep, she's actually there. She's saying she's been trying to find park for the past hour or so, and she can't find a way to park, and she's struggling, but she's there. Now, I told you in the beginning, the first hour, 1 and 2, was the DJ playing by herself. Hour 2 or 3 was the host with the DJ, and then she would help announce the band from 3 to 5. But you're supposed to be there for an hour slot. So you're already past that point. You lost the first 15 minutes. The crowd is actually liking the DJ. They're moving and grooving. I'm gonna change that up at all. So I said, hey, tell her don't come. There's no point. She's already late as it is. I'm already past that point. I'm annoyed. It's no point. We're doing fine without her. Tell her don't worry about coming. You sure? You sure, man? You sure? 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 It's no point. It's fine. I can't believe the parking issue to begin with. That's childish in my opinion. But whatever. It happens. It's no point of being there. She's too late. She'll be for an hour. The band coming on in half an hour. It's no point in her being there for that small time frame, right? All right, sorry about that, man. Really sorry. Whatever. No point arguing with him. It happened. Get over with. Move on with it. So, of course, then, of course, at that point, the girl calls back. The host calls back on the phone. Once I'm sorry for missing that time frame, that date. My fault. I'm here. Get my parking. I know it can be that bad. I'm telling about it all week long. It's going to be that Sugar Rub be hosting it. And I'm real sad. Can I still come through? No. For what? For 30 minutes? That's your fault. You didn't go ahead and actually get things done, squared away. I mean, come on, man. Nope. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling. Say you're sorry. No point in you being there. Because there was no point. And I'm the mean person. See that? Everybody called me being mean and strict, man. Their fault for being late. Can't find parking. I've heard that parking excuse for so long. I'm not sure what people are used to, what people are dealing with in their lives. But my events are in spots that have plenty of parking, but they're also well attended. So you can't say I'm be there at 5 minutes till I'm supposed to be there and get a parking spot up front and pull in. It ain't gonna be like that. I need to be professional, quit being a dumbass, and get yourself there. What I do, an hour early. For one, it might be bad traffic, could be bad accident on the road. You might got to find parking. You might got to stop at a store for money or water bottles. Anything can come in place. By default, I'm at any event at least I'm in the area an hour ahead of time to avoid this unprofessional stupidness of I can find parking spots. That's why I'm late. Anyway, so that happens. But me being me, I say, hey, I'm gonna send my event's done. I'm gonna calm down, relax myself. Let me try and send this person an email. I'm actually more of a writer. Send him an email, tell him the things that I experienced. He can actually make things better for the next people coming up that he might go on with, right? Send him an email. Oh man, you should told me that in person. I hate reading email. Nah. Tell me what's going on the phone. I remember, but you forgot my ad last time. So I would call such remember that you're gonna remember going forward. I'm telling you now. This way, detail help to make you better and go forward. He ain't like that, But that happens too. I forgot to tell you. The second red flag that happened was after the spot ran, he called the week before Sugar Rush to confirm the time. He didn't say he won't confirm. He asked, what time frame did we agree upon? Huh? So I have number between 2 and 3 and Raleigh. What's the rest of Raleigh? What are you talking about? It's in the ad. It's shoot broadcast. Why would you not know what the address is? You tell me an ad, but now that's another red flag stupidity. You're calling me, asking me what time frame we agreed upon, which means you didn't write it down. You call me the location. You're not sure about that, but yes, been running on your station on your own ads for a month now. You had no clue. It's stupid. But those are red flags as well of stupidity they had to deal with going forward. So that happened, right? So the old flags show that the person might need some tips here and there. So trying to email up, detail it up to make it better for everybody else. He didn't like the email, whatever. I don't care. That point was just stupid. I tried. No harm, no foul, right? So then the question was, can we do more events in the future? Well, of course not. At least for at least a year or two. That by default said that way. I understand that maybe I came at you with business too soon before you're ready for it. I'm not saying you can't improve, you can't get better, but hopefully you learn from what we went through together, build to get better. But I can't trust you next year to put more money into or put more money even when the last time keep building because I don't trust you yet. I got to see improvement on the back end side. I believe I'm watching, So whatever. So that happened, and it was, a case of half and half me not making time to review the proper ads and finally confirmed the ad was on air. I didn't force the issue when I should have. I should have waited for the first day the ad was going to run and been on radio listen for the ad to help catch it ahead of time for my employees. I did that. That's my fault too, not his, So the funny part was, so I'm always trying to share people information about what I went through as well on the backhand side. And people ask me what's going on, trying to buy ads, and I told them what I did. I never ever name names, company names. This is to help people, be sure. I want anybody to be jaded about what I went through, So I never tell them what's going on with it. Funny part was, I tell folks this scenario what happened, and they knew exactly who it was. Oh, that person known for that. Yep, that's how they do the more loosey goose with this stuff, and it ain't really right, and they be trying to forget this, forget that. That's for them wrong. For them, it's not a big deal. I'm like, huh? It was crazy. So it's important to ask around about what you want to do with people and say, have you had experience? That way you can hopefully get the real answer. Had I done that, I went ahead and probably paid the 2,000 out for more known stations instead of doing the foolishness. But the first time out the gate, you want to try it out, see how it goes, and learn from myself on how I can move forward. When I spend in the whole 2,000, wow, spend 500,000, that's more palatable. You're good to go. So money wasted. Also, I'll say my opinion was wasted because at this point, I didn't see any market uptick in my attendance at my events. They've been the same steady bomb crowd always that weekend in the May for both events, Saturday and Sunday. It was that same amount of people there. So at that point, there's no benefit that I got that I could see tangible from those ads. Hell, the hosts didn't show up on time. The ads ran for a week. They were dead wrong. I mean, nobody was saying, hey, I heard it on radio because of that. I'm here. I mean, it was gangster. The same people say, hey, my metrics on side, my ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter showed the crowd reach and the whole nine, which was on par with what always been. So I didn't see any benefit at all. It's my fault, you know? But now, to be fair, that person had learned that people can sometimes advertise for their own events greatly, but not for yours, which means they build up their core audience for what they do, but they can't translate that to your event to make your event go better. And I caught that now. So now I understand you got to be mindful of that. People have a brand for themselves they can do, but they can't say, hey, I'm going to take my same concept, my same audience, my same groupings, and bring all of them to your event. It does work like that. They can actually do for themselves, but they can't do for others. And because I think about it, and the person's so crazy, like they talk so arrogant about how their events have thousands of people there, it's great, it's killing the game. But I'm like, you got a whole radio station. I got your same crowd attendance in mind without having a radio station. That's a problem. So it don't faze me when you're trying to tough talk about what all you can do and what all you're doing, because I'm doing that without having anything that you got going. You know, whatever. Maybe I'm special. I don't know, but it's crazy how I always talk about what they do in their events be so crazy. But lesson learned, number one, start paying for advertising. Ask around for people's experiences. Always give people a chance for your business, but you got to be sure that you're writing down in word from the contract what's to be expected from them. That way, if they miss it, it is on this, well, I forgot you to mention that. I thought it was good enough. No, you need to have it written in the contract that I'm paying X amount of dollars and I expect these bullet items. If they're not met, you're not getting paid the full balance of contract, or we're not getting paid at all. Because that way you're straight, you know. If not, you can be having dumb conversation back and forth for no reason. It's childish. Don't do that. Don't do that. My fault for not writing the thing down. It's called an MOU, a memorandum of understanding about what's expected from both parties. I didn't have that. It was a dumb experience. The ad was run wrong. The host couldn't find purpose. They would show up late. You know, it's just bad. But you know, I still move forward with advertising again in the future. I think it's going to be good, but I now know better to not know who not to go with, but how to approach other people going forward so that I'm a better buyer of ad time. Because that's the key. It's on me to learn what I can do better. And I know now what I can do better, what I need, I'm going to reach now, what my goals are for the aspect I do ads and the whole nine. So that's key. So don't be tossing money anywhere out the wazoo. I did that. Granted, it's only been $500, you know. That's nothing, but I also realized that it's still $500, you know. It could have been spent somewhere else on the back end side. That's just me trying to put it with him. I spent way more than that on my own advertisement on stuff, which is the way to go. But I'm trying to learn how to spread around my abilities, so it's not all on me to do everything for my events. Keep my stress down. I'm getting gray hairs, you know. Come on, man. You know, it's because of stress. But all right, family, appreciate y'all. This is part one. Part two will be about me trying to hook up with somebody who wanted to do all my booking for marketing and booking for entertainment for my events, included the band performances, the DJs. I'm gonna do the whole thing. They say they had a lot down. Be fantastic. We'll grow together. Boom. Part two about that complete and utter failure. It's bad, family. Bad. Lord have mercy on my soul. All right, y'all. Talk later.